little bit of credit because there is the Oracle. That Fortune's End can be one of those things to always be able to dispel that Soul Catcher, and you can itemize for it as well. So we will probably see Gabby at some point in this game go for something like a Lotus Orb, or something like that to make sure that he can always be sure to dispel that one off. But it's not always you're going to have the situation where you have Fortune's End up or you're in the right position to go for that Gabby. So that's where it can go a little bit of both ways. But yeah, Soul Catcher, very good ability versus Bristle. We have some other fun interactions, of course, too, with his Oracle versus Shadow Demon. There's some mixed between some teams. How Shadow Demon, if you Demonic Purge the target that does get False Promised, that target can't get healed by... You can't get healed by Urn, Healing Salve. Your Fate's Edict constantly gets purged as it constantly keeps applying that spell. So we can see that come into play as well.
And what do you think about this last pick? The Ant coming in, not necessarily a carry that sort of rings us a free win or a necessarily safe carry, but in the right circumstances, it could be pretty darn hard to deal with. Is this going to be a game where you can see Miracle popping off and getting that good Battle Fury timing?
I could, as long as they don't get run over. I think that's the one thing that TNC can really start to take advantage, is just steamrolling, getting towers pushed, Gabby just parking himself, running at lanes with the Death Prophet pushing towers constantly. Even Bristleback hits towers pretty hard. Once you get your Warpath stacks, you really do start to chunk those down. So can be a little bit difficult, but you can see it possible. Anti-Mage somehow at TI always starts to come back, right? People are like, dead hero, Battle Fury, crap, not a good item, but somehow this hero slowly trickles back every single one of these intervals.
And one of those heroes as well that we've seen trickle into this game, but not into a lot, is that Underlord. Mind Control, getting Underlord in this match. I've got this a little under pick. There's some aspect of this hero that seem incredibly strong, especially that aura, right? And that's that bit of bonus as well. This hero turns into a bit of a rock clicker down the line.
He definitely does. And I mean, we saw, I remember we had one at the tournament that we had a mid Underlord, didn't we? And just dominated the game. Just took, I think, just like an Templar assassin in the matchup. So I'm also surprised not to see this hero pick a little bit more too, especially with like Monkey Kings and Ursas being very, very sparsely picked. But we're gonna get to see it. And now they have another thing. They have maybe that percent damage amp on the Bristleback as well that they do have from that Underlord. So good to watch. Good to see if Liquid's able to actually rally around that one.
See how some of the lane matchups are going so far. That mid lane, Armo getting the slight lead off the first few ways. Bottom lane, it's going to go for the disruption, but TNC, they've got the 3 heroes ready to finish him as he comes back out of his bubble. First blood for TNC at the back of this aggressive tri lane.
And they're getting themselves a very good matchup up top. This Bristleback versus the Underlord. Underlord just getting pushed completely back by Gabby for now.
Mind Control just about a quill spray away from dying there.
Yep.
Gotta be very, very careful as Gabby will head over, pick up the bottle from the side shop.
I like that actually a lot. You know, Bristle, he's making sure to spam so much that you can pick up his bottle and it's fine. This is a 1v1 matchup. You'll get the house sustain very nice. Weehawk, they're committing forward here.
And they're going to look for the dive. They've got the hold from AU. Crit Swarm burst to the right click. Is it enough? He's diving for this AU. He's going to find him. Getting him off the paintball. Reducing AU's right click. Doesn't matter. He gets the second one in and will still find the kill. GH will look to chase. See if he can get his way out of this. He's got a little bit of a heal going. And again, another route. Holding back GH. He's certainly making him work for it.
Nice little play. GH does have boots and a lift, so it should inevitably be an easy kill here.
Let's pop it in the south. That is a south cancelled. It still continues to keep AU up. Weehawk will come in though, and there will be a dead Oracle and also a dead healing south. So a little bit of lost gold there for AU.
Weehawk gets the last hit though. That's the nice thing. But we see these lanes very dominant right now already from TNC, the way they have it set up. Anti-Mage is still farming though, which is the most important thing for Liquid. But yeah, these other 3 Gabby really taking advantage of this top matchup versus Mind Control.
That's Bristle. So they're going to be able to start running down heroes very soon and even diving that top lane if Mind Control's not too careful.
Especially with AU up here right now, right? With a Fortunes and a couple goos, Mind Control definitely could get chased out. He has to be careful his position on this Underlord.
Bottom lane Liquid just trying to get the mana low on Cuckoo. So her harass cannot be there against Miracle.
Yeah, keep a tri lane. I think this is what you tend to see when there's an anti-mage in the game. As we were saying, top lane.
Gonna have a bit of a here, you can TP. But yeah, no hesitation there from Mind Control. Instantly knows he has to get himself out of that situation.
Other thing we talked about a little bit, but the limit disable on TNC, right? That's why you can why Liquid, not only just because there's a high intelligence hero like that Death Prophet on the side of TNC, but just look at the stuns coming out for TNC. It is going to be pretty limited unless they go for something like an Atos, which they probably will on either the support Murano or somebody else. They also at least have silence as well for Armel, but their catch could be a little bit difficult in that mid game if they allow Miracle to actually get away with farm going. But right now, it's looking really solid for them, and this is exactly what TNC wants to do. Like Keen said in their that interview too, they were a little bit too calm in that last game. I think this game they're really going to turn up the heat.
So these first 5 minutes just being cranked up. See if they can get themselves a hold of the 5-minute rune. See how they're going to get split up as both teams. They're going to try and prepare. TNC is looking a little more prepared, especially on top of those two. With the setup, see a swing around for the Rubik towards bottom, but a little too slow for them. It's TNC, and we had to pick up the 3. Still that one on their own half of the back, which won't be looked at much by Liquid, so eventually they'll probably get all 4. 4 for Tims with the Star Storm. Kuro's got the stick charges that will save him. Miracle's hunting out the trees for Cuckoo. Cuckoo with the Jukes, trying to get himself out of there. Pots the stick charges, but the Sunny going to end up giving more mana for Miracle to burn. And Miracle doesn't even need to get the last hit in there. Station Kuro beat down on Cuckoo and get him out of the lane.
Trying so hard to secure Miracle's lane. He's even picked up the defend early on so he can have better lane position for that anti-mage too. Stop. See these goos start to build up, but they don't dive into the tower under that Firestorm. Level 3 Firestorm already. And my controls are covered. I mean, he was having a pretty... He still is having a tough matchup, but he's still 25-3. That's pretty decent for the Underlord in that matchup. Oh, Bounty Rune bottom. I think Tim actually walked bottom. I don't think he bought his bottle from the secret shop too. And he should. I mean, he had a full bottle. Maybe he didn't want to do. But it's just going to be chilling there. So we'll be able to fill it back up when he gets back up.
I guess it's unlike Liquid's going to randomly go and scout that position. Mid lane, it's going to be where Liquid look towards. They can tell we are out. He's suffering heavily in the catch-up. With the 3 of them in the neighborhood, they'll look for Armel. Armel still tries to deal with the Siphon, but they will have the burst damage to bring him down. Tim's not there, or AU quite in time to help out Armel. A very important kill. You look at the CS in the mid lane, it was 35-16 against 24 for 4. Armel having a sizable advantage. That kill opened up for some very early pressure to TNC's tier 1 mid.
There's no glyphs. That's at the tower. They want to commit for it, but he is starting to drop low. We'll TP a couple more heroes forward.
They threatened to TP from Gabby.
Yeah.
To hold off. As you say, a lot of damage done very early on in mid.
Look at his bottle refilled by Armel keeping it, so he's going to be able to keep moving. Oh, they actually did not refill the bottle. Whoops. Armel did not have an inventory spot there for Tim. Tims might have to back away and try to find that Bounty Rune if he doesn't know it's there.
It's because it's still there.
It's still there.
Tim,
check it out.
Come up. There's money to be made. I'm sure he'll see on the way back towards bottom.
Yeah, now it's the rotation bottom. We have this time with the SD. Easy set, but easy. Cuckoo.
No trouble killing the tide when Leshrak's in town.
SD Lesh. Reason we are seeing it across the majority of games. Easy to set up kills constantly. Even putting extra points in the Soul Catcher.
Bounty Rune. Where's he gonna do that?
Gonna get it.
Come on, Tims.
Tims?
Is he not? There we go. Finally, he's out. This is still it.
He shrined as well. He shrined and then he gets it.
Oh, Gabby. We're going to kill on mind control. Oh, it's going to be one of those lanes where you have to watch out for that. This mind control Underlord very vulnerable to the arm production and chase of the Bristle back in lane.
And just the sheer right-click damage, right? That's what we're talking about with the Warpath. You get the 15% fast and does 22 damage per stack. So it's 124 on Gabby right there.
Miracle starting to get the basics into his inventory. Ring of Hell stun, so pressure will be kind of harder to put onto Miracle if it's just the turn line already. We've seen Miracle do a job of getting the CS. It's been slowed down a little bit by Cuckoo's presence. Tim's also hovering around in the area, but Miracle, he's hitting the levels, and he's hitting a good enough timing with those early items.
It's not on Gabby's level, of course, because Gabby's had to, he's been attacking constantly. He had this super good matchup versus the Underlord, but still not too bad for Miracle. TNC, though, this is still great positioning of them. Like I said, they have to keep this map and keep this game very aggressive.
On the hunt here for Tims. Will confirm that Tims is still around. Tims.
Just me.
And he's going to hide in the trees. Correct.
A little bit of a stare down.
He's not going to look for him. So Tims will be... I guess they almost only saw his TP start. He's going to jump out.
He's got one more leap. He's stalking him.
That's the setup. See if... no, we was already left. It's just the two of them playing out with Tim. They'll slowly kill him.
They're gonna find.
They're gonna find he's in there. I mean, surely they know it. Don't leave this way.
Well, let's look at the mid lane. Well,
And it's a lot of time wasted. Yeah, back hitting the creeps, Miracle. Mid lane Sarah just finally get pushed down by Weehaw. And Tim's pulling.
that's some
He will
space
it?
right there for sure.
Yeah.
And I can still position him for some arrows too. Position himself. His leap is now back online, so he can actually start doing something and have an impact on the map as well.
Oh, he's looking for an arrow, but that's a creep wave coming in.
He'll take it. 37 gold.
Hey, it's it's accidental steal of the CS from Cuckoo. Like, oh, was that me? Sorry, Cuckoo.
Support Miranda's right there. Like, I didn't mean to hit.
I didn't mean to. I swear. I didn't mean to take that CS.
Oops, took another range creep.
Trying to hit the carry.
Kuroki's setting up deep vision. This is protection ward. This ward that Kuroki sets up here is the one where it's like they're gonna for smokes moonlight shadows from behind the tier 2 to try to kill Miracle, and this is where we'll try to spot it out. And it's an unexpected ward this early on, so it's a nice one. Is able to put down that TNC not gonna be aware of at all.
That's all 4 bounties is going TNC's way once more.
Yeah.
They're making a lot of money from these bounties, keeping themselves with this 2k gold lead, TNC.
It really is up to Weehaw to be the one to just like run around with his team to look to set up for those bounty runes, because Underlord and Antimate, they're not online. They're going to take such a long time to be able to really do any kind of impact in that fashion. And Mind Control, he's got his like phase moves and stuff finished up, but it's going to be tough for him to really make moves on the map. Is that not really what an Underlord does? He kind of just parks himself in front of a lane until he has more points in that pit.
Miracle a little bit careful on that bottom lane as Ghost push comes in from Armel, Kuro.
They're pushing two lanes at the same time right now with this creep.
This is the speed and pace that he wanted to see.
Yeah. Like we said,
coming out from them this time, DNC.
Yeah, they're playing versus an anti-mage draft. All you want to do is just keep the fight, close the map, keep the map, and keep the aggression going. But Weehaw, he's also doing something neat. Look at that mid lane. He actually gets a full edict inside the tree line there, chunks the tower for 1,200 health. So they're getting a little bit of a trade, at least for themselves. But TNC pressuring 2 lanes, like we were saying.
I find the tier 1 bottom, but they do get the tier 1 top. Gabby's farm continue to skyrocket ahead of any other on the map right now.
And we see the item that's immediately queued up by him. Put into first item Lotus Orb. He knows he needs to just address the Soul Catcher. Also very good for his teammates too. Mainly from top as he switches first now. He will buy the medallion. I think the medallion also has its great merits. You can just put the pressure and close the map up and then go to Roche. Gives you that Roche always as well with the goo.
Jax thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about to
I'll finish that down bottom. As soon as Gabby took the tier 1 top, he moves himself to the bottom. He says, we can start being aggressive with his power that he's built up. He's level 11. He knows there's not really much that Lick can do to touch him right now.
There's going to be a lot of dodging around the map from Lip for quite a while in this game.
Try to set up on the curve. Stun timing's hit with ease. Sims is found. GH. Pitch of that kill up to the Icon's going to spot out Cuckoo. This is not a fight that Liquid want to try and take, especially with Gabby around. So money flash from Kuroki will come out the whole ripple back. Are you sure that Kuro has the space to escape?
This is the trio. Like we said, Liquid around his 3, look to make kills. Other 2, they're just going to look. Mind Control Mitch is going to be pushing out lanes for the majority of this one, and Miracle's trying to soak the space to get the battle period decent timing. So TNC, they got to keep this pressure going. They have to keep looking to make these onto the side of Liquid. And they will. They do not want to slow down at all in this game.
And next target is almost certainly going to be the middle. Ready to push around Gabby once more, level 12. Gabby continues to farm up those stacks. Those struggle camps to keep himself so far ahead. Same importance to be touch at the way of Armel, looking at the exorcism. Got it ready to push with once more. Gabby is by his side.
Has anyone actually queued up the Atos? It looks like just Euless is going to be the choice for both him as well as Armel. So no Atos to go for the like extra catch. Of course, it's pretty easy. Just click count it up for an anti-mage, but got to be a little bit limited on disables, but they still will have those silences if they can find the AM in the side.
I mean, no, that's very true. What against AM is like it's good against bad AMs, right? Yeah, against good AMs, the chance that projectiles hit him with that pressing E is pretty slim. Unless you're able to sort of get it through a tree line or get it from out of the AM's vision. Yeah, yours being that instant setup could certainly be what allows the the DP to get on top of him with the silence.
Yeah, or just arrow connecting in. Or...
A lot of ways to time it. TNC's very, very strong with the execution, as we've seen many times. Inside jungle, Gabby's Liquid going to have a little bit of a look towards it. Midnight Shack will be used to try and get him out, but the same shoot down, they've got the vision. He's going to head up, provide some of the backup that's going to allow him to turn. In fact, with Kumo as well, mind control in trouble. They're straight on top of the Underlord. Armor kept just alive in time by that false promise. Default so low, but AU there, they've kind of both of his cores. Given the backup required for Gabby to go in, as well as allowing Armel to pop off on the high ground. Excellent Oracle play.
35 HP. He was one hit from dying.
He had both of them. He had guys everywhere. He was making sure that nobody gets ignored on his team.
Well, he's a platinum tier Oracle, right? We've got level 20 Oracle. This guy plays his Oracle. And yeah, perfectly set up to get that defense, and now transition into another tower. We're going to see the map being constricted. That's the style that TNC wants to play in this game. Keep running at Liquid as we see. They do not have damage for that Bristleback.
Wow.
Even when they had him isolated for quite a few seconds with that Soul Catcher, he still was able to just fine.
See where we are. So he's got the damage to kill Tim's in timer. Jump out. They know that he doesn't, and Tim tries to does miss the arrow. Might not matter, and certainly doesn't if Cuckoo's willing to expect the Ravage like that. Pops it down straight away. And Weehaw is taken down for his attempts. Hello, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the stream. We love you. Back to the game. Thank you. Thank you.
Great set. I think using Ravage in this type of game with the slow pace that it is, kill a core, right? Just Ravage a core. It's gonna be worth it most of the time. Miracle is starting to get close to that Battle Fury, about 740 gold from it. So they haven't been able to find him at least. That's a good thing. Yep. Silver lining there for Liquid, but look at the rest. 6k gold advantage. All of TNC looking really, really comfortable with the game, how it's been going so far. And they're going to keep putting the pressure on. Even without Ravage, they will look to keep running at this Liquid as they exorcisms have to be up in about 30 seconds. Smoke's already being prepped.
Let's see what they can do. This is a excellent timing, really, across the board from TNC. I don't think they could have hoped for a better start to this.
Yep.
They're doing everything they needed to. They're making all the moves that are required. It's sort of on Liquid now to slow this all down. They're finally catch inside of the jungle. They're looking towards Tims. They missed the combo though, and Tims is able to jump away a couple of Moonlight Shadows. He's going to try to do his best to keep him safe. As he's out of vision, he's out of sight, he's out of the way. AU will get left behind. His attempt there to save Tims. But Tims will be eternally grateful. Great play there, purging off the dust, making sure he can get out with that invis.
That was interesting. He got the leap like mid-Underlord animation. He was actually rooted after the leap.
That can happen.
That was actually pretty good.
As similar to kind of bright as the Sand King Burrow strike. Yeah. Once you've got that movement going, you're still in the area, so you can still be caught out by stuns and such, but your body will be propelled to safety.
Yeah. That keeps him alive. They're going to keep looking to constrict that map. See that Lotus Orb? That big item that Gabby wants in this game is now tough. Yeah. Soul Catch not going to be as much of an issue for himself, at least. Yeah, it looks like ultis are pretty much at the ready. You can see they're waiting for at least that Prophet ulti to come back online before they put pressure. And we need Liquid. If you look at their wards, that's how they want to play. They're just like, all right, we're not, like, the river is not, don't cross the river. Miracle, you can blink past the river and maybe farm the jungle, but for the time being, crossing the river is a bit of a fear for someone. Weehaw wants to poke here. He may be trying to get some damage here on this bottom tower. And look, TNC, they're just going to push the road instead of looking for another tower. Tier 2 is far.
There's no, I think even if Liquid know that this is going on,
they cannot fight this.
They're not going over here anytime soon. This is
pretty crazy for them to try to fight versus TNC.
This is a free rush, free ages for TNC without a doubt.
Weehaw's taking good advantage of this though. They've identified, they're doing rush. He's trying to get as much structural damage as possible. They're going to glyph the wave though, ensuring they cannot actually push much further.
And they poke up a little bit of action, see if they can find GH Gabby. Oh, he's going to be able to get snot on him.
But the leaps
will allow GH to prance himself to safety.
TNC not even... Okay, they don't have wards, that's why. I was like, they're not actually putting any deep vision down to watch where the anti-mage is jungle right now. They've actually only placed for wards as well, but we see from this control that they've been able to have 6, but they've very well at moving around the map.
Alright, top lane set up there, perfect for Tims, but the disruption comes out from Kuro. We are safe, maybe even enough, a bit of fun around us. AU, he's had a fantastic game so far, but getting caught massively out of position there on the front lines and between the members of Liquid. That's going to be a dead Oracle for 20 seconds.
And mind control, as we say, they try to take any types of opportunities where they can cross past that river and force the waves as far as possible from their base. So TNC has a harder time to make the move.
Arrow on arrow action here. GH is going to be the one that connects.
And look how long it lasts. Armel is now on.
That's a long time. That wasn't even the match stuff, right?
It was not.
Gotta watch out for those Rubik arrows buffed up by the old arcane supremacy.
Yeah, you know, just a nice 9-second arrow or something could come out.
Is that the maps?
It's less than that.
Do the maps. It's less than that.
It's like 7.5.
36% of 5 on top of 5.
I think 7.
7. What's it? 7.
We'll round up.
Just to simplify for the viewers, you know.
Miracle, he spotted.
Under attack.
They're actually hunting for him this time here. They have both heroes with the dual scepters possessed around here.
Oh, mid lane, what's going on? We cancel the TP there, I believe.
The prize is mine.
We can find us up top there. The Trimers are Miracle is over to the camp. They don't think it. They know that he's gone for the greed.
They get the silence.
He's up here. It's a little far away. Can they get on top of him? An arrow does fly through.
That was
actually GH anyway, so was just being flown through defensively in case anyone was trying to get on top of Miracle. They had to achieve what they wanted. Push him over, push onto the tower. Same time, they're getting objectives themselves. You've got to watch out, be aware of this. Lesh is pushing powers. We are takes that ditch to the help of mind control. They're actually pushing up towards the base on the bottom lane. So for as fast as TNC's playing, they're actually getting a lot of pressure brought back their way by this Lesh rack.
Yeah, pretty much the perfect moves we see by Liquid, at least in response to that. They see 3-4 heroes set up top of their game. We have opportunities to go for like the Ratto, to go for the split push that they need to do. It's like getting this farm in. Mind control pretty much has Solar Crest finished up, so buffing up the AM, it's all about the anti-mace. They're going to be looking to throw everything onto Miracle. And now Miracle, we mentioned some things could be problematic for him. You know, the silence in particular, he almost has the Manta done. Have to be conservative for TNC. This AM is getting online.
With that Manta, Miracle, I mean, he only sort of dies if he makes mistakes. We have seen Miracle make some mistakes this TI, so, you know, don't write that off. It may still happen. If you say once he has the Manta, it should be a pretty map for the AM to jump around and keep the farm up high. Obviously, there's still that danger of pushes coming in and the AM being forced to retaliate the aggression of TNC. But for the most part, if the game stays at a state where we are able to push out these lanes and shut them out as far as he can to make sure that TNC cannot get this 5-map push together down the lane, base is going to be there for AM to jump around the map very safely.
Exactly. I mean, that's literally what we've been doing for the last, like, pretty much the whole game, right? Just mind control in one lane, we hold the other one, push it out as far as possible so TNC cannot group up and go for their game-ending play, which we could see them start to set up for here. BKB is finished for Armel. They do want to start really pressing that advantage, try to get these tier 2s, because Liquid, they're getting away with a lot here in this game.
This should be, with the numbers that they have, a very quick kill onto mind control. They'll even blow the bridge for this one. Mind control found. Arrows down to jungle as they'll get both of the pickups. Instant TP's up top and jump forward. Sims, he's got the setup for another. Yule's up on the turn with the Yule's onto the tide, but AU's ready to chase. So it's Tims. Try and purge up Tims to try and get that route. He won't be able to quite get on top of We Are. Arrow's actually going to miss. We Are with a cheeky sidestep, but TNC, they've got the numbers. 4 of them are up. Another throws him up. We Are surrounded, and they will deal the push. That threat, that pressure we talked about, both the Underlord and the Lestra, they're now out of the game.
Yeah, and now they're just looking to push down the lane as much. Gabby was also chasing Miracle around, actually pulling him, and just keep chasing him when he was trying to cut the creep waves. So this is that timing. TNC, they have to make a lot happen. They cannot allow Anti-Mage to keep up this push.
Anti-Mage Miracle, he is getting close, I'd say, to sort of being able to have a bit of a look into the face run. Especially once he has discovered at least a component of it, he's going to have good stats to fight with at this stage. Aegis will now expire, however, they'll keep the push going, and the TNC are in the mid will fall. TNC take another objective and hold on to that 4K lead.
Invisibility. Is farming under vision here. Yeah, they try to get the setup. Tim's really trying to get Yules into Arrow setup, but unable to. Miracle, he's soon gonna pass that #1 net worth pretty soon.
He is, and he's, you know, at this point where there's 1 tier 2 left to be taken, there's no longer sort of that free money on the map for a push lineup like TNC. The high ground push That's going to be sort of the next level of difficulty for them. So no longer can they rely on those objectives to keep themselves sort of an item ahead across the course. The map's going to be open. To get that farm. Lane. Setups there. They'll catch out Tims. Miracle gets himself involved. In fact, he's the one to get the last touch. Level 18 on Miracle, and he has the money for the first ulti over to that Skadi.
Pretty traditional smoke that we see. The smoke from your base to your carry. See teams do that so often, just trying to set up in case maybe Miracle's going to get ganked or something like that. They make sure to sweep the area, and now they can even keep continuing to transition this into a push. Weeha, threatening always, and TNC has to respond.
Do have all the ingredients for a good defense. Kuka's Ravage back up in this and there.
Gabby's just running through into all 5 heroes. He has no fear right now.
And they're having to get away from him as well. Liquid don't want to try and deal with this bristle bump just yet. At least when Liquid being unnecessarily offensive. They know that they don't need to try and force it. They just got to try and make sure the TNs are the ones on the defensive.
They just got to dance around him, right? Pretty much in the fights as well. They're just going to dance around the Bristleback for a while because they don't have great solutions if he's not completely isolated. If he's completely isolated, sure, they can look for something.
Chase setups here. But for Tims, timing's going to be off from Weeha, and that's going to allow the chance for Tims to get out with the moonlight. He'll sneak off in the shadows, and Liquid won't find the kill.
Gabby. Really trying to get aggressive and want to catch something here. He has a DD, they get the silent. There's just so much physical damage that's coming in.
You know, Underlord just gets absolutely shredded.
400 damage right now with this DD rune. The waves though, look at Liquid. There's no creeps here, TNC.
Top lane, no, she said mid lane. Even with no heroes in at the moment, Liquid had already had the momentum covered before that Underlord was chased down. TNC pushing is getting a lot harder for Liquid are more than able to make sure the creeps are never in position for TNC to take their tempo to the next pace.
They want to go up here as they know they're just getting too much time to farm on the map. They really want to catch Weeha, but at the boot to travel with a 15 movement speed talent, 30 movement speed talent as well. No way you're catching this ledge. Super speed. Continue to push in the side things. Now GH can do his own flip push too with the Starstorm. Team just clear those waves instantly. Definitely feeling concerned for TNC. This anti-mage.
Timing is falling down and sort of out of their control for TNC.
They're going to have to do a big miraculous push here with the Aegis and the Cheese and just make sure that AM can't actually fight directly into all 5 heroes. They have to make sure that they can keep their scenes pushed in. They're unable to reduce. Oh! Yarrow!
Good little snipe of GH and the trees for Tims. Tims will let's close the gap of GH able to get out with the blink dagger. No instance of damage in upon him in time to stop him from making that getaway.
Yeah, Tim got a little spooked when he saw the AM illusion. Real.
27 minutes in, 8 to 10. Definitely sort of the kills that, as that anti-mage, you're looking at the top and being very happy with the state of the game.
Look at anti-mage, 330 it's 1-0 and 2. Yep. He is getting uncontested farm. He's just blinking around the map really, and they're not able to get the ward coverage to actually watch. We've been seeing TNC, they've been getting de-warded quite a lot from Kuroki. He actually got 2 of the recent rewards. He's been moving around the map all over the place, getting them. Keeping it Miracle safe to farm up fat and then just keep split pushing the side. So they have great reads on the map from how TNC wants to play. You know, TNC, it's pretty telltale how they want to be moving. Grouping up, going for the push all the time. So just keep split pushing. But that push, like we said, and mixing big on the need for TNC. And still contesting fights, 5v5 fights from Liquid is still going to be quite difficult. When Exorcism is already popped and they have the front line at BKB there to protect versus the mana burn, Armel as well as Gabby also bought a BKB, so I think maybe this simple BKB timing, just cheese and I think they really want to force the issue here and try to end it before Miracle's able to do any more shenanigans.
Let's talk about this a bit. Tims, he's just picked up a blink dagger at the moment, so he was just going all in on getting the blink Yule set up.
Catch, yeah. He needs to try to get a push. That is what it seems. They have to try to catch the split push somehow, and Tim seems to be thinking this is the best solution before he can get some hacks, which is he just queues up immediately right afterward. So they need other ways to catch missing teammates. Like control. Down here.
Back there, being able to grab some of those objectives. Roshan, Cheese on now. Aegis of Gabby and a bit. Underlord. Playing Miracle.
Actually hits the real one.
The setup with that stun. TP's coming in, but Miracle's already out to Cheese. And will make the trip TNC, it's all about these next bits of gameplay. They've got to do something with this Aegis and Chief. Top lane, we are to fight for this. He is on his own. He doesn't look for this sort of solo pickup potential. Backup in town for Tim's. He is around, and we are now
so
has
fast.
to just get out of it.
He's just way too speedy. Even with that blink dagger, they can't catch up to him. And also, he has BKB the whole time. BKB and TP would be probably just easy enough to get away.
Can they get this push together? Both
Really not
side
letting
lanes.
him every time.
Yeah, they're just constantly the side lanes always pushed onto TNC's half of the map. So they can do this. They can go all in on the middle. But if it's not a massively successful siege attempt, if they don't get to the racks, mid lanes are going to start knocking at their own threes.
They have a creep wave in the mid lane. This is what we're saying. This might just be the PG they're trying to do here. Exorcism popping, but the Agnes, the Cheats, they have to get thinking. Taken down here for the
So looking at the plus, we did see Tim's was able to cancel the BP of Viha, so we can't get that.
We cannot get back.
We can.
20
seconds on the logs.
They're full foot pushing.
And then through the back, and then nearly out getting that tier 3 tower. They won't quite. The rest of Liquid will be able to push them back.
They're getting 2 towers here.
Yeah, this is the problem.
Oh my god.
It's the problem, TNC. They weren't able to really get this push together early on, and now it's very vulnerable to these sort of rat plays occurring. We are out with the BKB TP. And the game now in a bit of a worrying state for TNC. As the question has, it has to be asked, how TNC missed their timing.
It could feel like that at the point. They still have lots of damage that they can deal and go down, but Miracle, how the hell did they build this anti-mage? Now with 4 BKB finished as well. TNC.
It's 50 on the win probability. I mean, I guess, Gaben still really sees that chance of TNC being able to run down mid and just, I guess, taking that tier 3, maybe even just going straight tier 4s and Ancients before Liquid's able to react or take the side lanes. But you look at this anti-mage and you say, well, Miracle, he can go for the ramp play. He can also turn up to the fight.
Yeah, he can start turning up to the fight for sure. It really does. It does feel like Liquid have better control in the game so far here now. Even though TNC have Ancient Cheese, they have to make something big happen. They're gonna try to keep forcing this issue. Right now, they're gonna be parking Gabby actually bottom, so they're gonna have 2 line instantly push. So they're gonna worry about some split push where they lose their mid lane creep wave. They'll at least have a bottom wave too. But really, Liquid, they're not gonna allow them. They're gonna start trying.
And on mid onto Tim's. The Tim's is strong. We'll look towards Armel's top, which brings him low. Put the BKB. The Miracle's on top of them. We'll pop the cheese. He's back up to full. Trying to keep himself alive with the Spirit Siphons. Miracle's just staying on top of the target. And save for Armel. It's going to try and stop with the silent self-fuels. Up in the air. He's down from the ground. BKB's out. Force damage will keep Armel alive for a little bit, but that boy do serious damage. Miracle staying on it. Ravage comes out for Cuckoo. TNC looking for the turnaround. They'll get and they get Miracle too tanky. And will he's going to blink back out of the fight. He's out of mana, but he's still plunging into Kuro. It's time to go home. Kuro's not coming home tonight though. Will be mind control on his own, rifting away. Miro straight back into the keep that pressure on. So the fact that Liquid have lost 2. In fact, she is still turning to bringing down Tim's and Gabby with him. Won't likely fall. So they get the 3 kills, TNC. But as you see, they get the kills. The Tims have to buy back. The gold lead is still growing for Liquid. And again, look at those creeps. Despite the fact that TNC have killed 3, without their Death Prophet alive, it's very unlikely they're going to be able to do anything this time.
As soon as they're chasing GH, and Miracle's already blinking away, going for creep waves. He knows the priority in this game. Just don't ever let them hit your base. And they're not really letting TNC get to that. And we saw the God coming into play there. We see, wow, Miracle picked it up versus these KBs that TNC were getting. He can just keep the chase on.
Oh, he can. And we saw he was just blinking into the high ground next to a time. Gets at this point, it doesn't really matter. The AM, he's out of control.
Yeah, he is absolutely out of control, and they do not have that straight physical damage. Sure, like, Spec can't deal that hard physical damage, but it's not something like you're some super physical hero that just really will just kill him, like you see like the Lifesteers, the Basher, Slark, or something like that. Someone who can really just bring in some, yeah, Liquid now with a very good control of this game, and they're just keeping the lane always pushed.
Hard for TNC to make a play. Their lineup really was all drafted around those early pushes. They did a job of taking over control of the map early on, but they couldn't quite shut down the anti-mage's farm. And now they have some huge problems to deal with.
Miracle, he's just like, all right, I'm just gonna just keep farming. That's all he really needs to do in this game. Farming, 203, almost 500 left at this 34-minute mark. Why does this game go late for Luke?
Every minute on that clock becomes more and more painful for TNC.
Sorry, now we start seeing that tick start happening, of course, in the Dota. Really starting to feel that anti-mage's pressure. It's up to 62% from that 50-50. Once that Aegis and once Armel's die, the Aegis gets claimed, and they end up using the cheese as well.
Oh, they did.
Armel ended up using it as well top, so they've used everything, and they just keep this push, keep the split push. We have it looks like TNC just running around trying to catch pretty much anything. It's a game of cat and mouse, and Liquid really is just controlling the map way better here.
Not being caught out either. Into trees, instant TPs down to the way down bottom.
Miracle just keeps blinking around just freely. Even when they right now they're starting to have an idea of where he is, but he's jumping in. Ayu quickly has to glimmer himself.
Miracle just hitting the shrine alone.
Right in the middle.
What can they do? What can they do about this anti-mage?
He's got BKB.
It forces a do they have the damage? There's a disruption. It's going to get away in time. Kuro giving Miracle more than enough chance to pop that BKB and get out of there. Kuro will die for trying to save Miracle and, of course, succeeding.
That was, I mean, Kuroki's position that was phenomenal. They saw him, and he's still able to get the perfect disruption. Miracle definitely looked like he would have gotten brought down there from all that.
And that's also Armel did Ghost in the hope that they would have the control to lock Miracle down. So Ghosts aren't going to be there for TNC to even think about making a player.
And Ravage, they used both big long cooldown ultimates and weren't able to focus. And that was immediately when TNC starts splitting up, he finds an opportunity for a kill. He doesn't have a TP available. He has BKB. Will be able to just run away.
They just can't get a hold of any of these heroes, TNC.
No, they cannot. And
only the supports getting picked from in situations where they do not mind dying at all. Level 25 on anti-mage. It's got that extra counter spell. Magic resistance. So I don't know how TNC. This looks like an impossible game for TNC right now.
It really is. It's like
everything against them.
Liquid just addressing the split push, constantly pushing those side lanes throughout the whole game. It really didn't feel like it was 36 or like 29 minutes where TNC had some control running around the map, but Liquid just constantly pushing the sides. And you can tell they're probably feeling the same way. Probably like this anti-mage is just out of control. The Lumen Gloom. We always, I know a lot of pros players have always said it when you're playing versus these anti-mages and Medusa stuff, when they're just off the map the majority of the game, the back of your mind, you're just thinking about it constantly. Uh-oh. Scanning time bomb.
I am farm rising. Cuckoo. Eyes on it. Miracle. He'll turn. Cuckoo has to put the BKB and head back. They've got the full team here ready to fight. They're not messing around, they're ready to start some action off. He'll start to look for the lead and gets himself on. So the 48 stop the Ravage. As Miracle locks down onto Armel, they will lose Kuroki. Miracle's going to start to pick apart. Jumps forward, up the check. Mind control will be hard, burning out Cuckoo. Gabby trying to commit for a kill with his BKBs onto mind control.
Oh, the storm!
She can explain each other. Mind control can get himself out alive. Miracle and We Are turn to get themselves on top of Gabby, beginning to burn down the mana. Miracle's over, look towards Tim's, the self-fuels. Sometimes Tim's, he's back down. Armel has the ghost, but there's already Tim's dead. Ayu as well is back from Cuckoo. Can they get any kills to this? They have found We Are. We got the willful. So TNC are able to find a pretty big kill, taking the Leshrac out, but still
such a costly one. A buyback from Cuckoo.
Yep, and Miracle's reign in this game where they cannot do anything about the anti-mage.
GH having a little bit of a showcase right there, having that Stone Ravage from earlier, then also blinking, stealing the false promise. Some clutch little plays there from Miracle, just continuing to keep this split push and keep himself in a great spot. Looking pressure Gabby a little bit here. Can't kill him, but get rid of that mana. How does TNC do it?
Is there any sort of item you can look at TNC's lineup and say, well, this combination might at least give them a chance? doing this, because obviously once they do, it's a lot of money. And hey, we've all seen those games where it looks seemingly impossible to lose. AM, free farmer has died. Dies once, dies again, no buyback, and game's over. Maybe that can happen, and that's obviously the situation TNC are trying to force into Liquid.
Looking like a... He does have a BKB to prevent that mana burn. Full defensive BKB. And back to the push pit, we see Miracle go inside. There's no ghosts. Wait for TNC, their damage is not there at all if they try to take it to Liquid right now. Gabby will start poking toward the front line, but he's also kind of low on mana. Only 300 on him.
Well, that's the thing, it loses a cent over the mana.
He's completely out of mana. Miracles is dead. On to Cuckoo, also burns all of his mana. 2 kills on TNC. They have no spells.
They can't offer anything to the fight. Mana is burned. They're held outside. To purging as well. Used to keep him outside of the pistol. Flow through, might make the connection. Miracles able to pick up the edges. Before you are able to grab the cheese. They'll get Roshan quick. And now they'll look to try and find some of these kills.
He's too much on the arrow connects onto Trickle. They're trying to disengage TNC, but they can't. They
running into the 5 of and an arrow does come out. Yeah, pops his BKB again. The mana got Gabby. Nothing to fight with. They'll continue the chase. Miracles in onto AU. Promise having to be used on himself to get him out of there. They're very tanky, TNC. They don't die easily, but they also want to do anything easily. So these heroes now rendered useless as Miracles in. He sees a chance to blow up at you with a map void, and arrow does come out again. Tip hole an arrow. Arcane supremacy debuffing. He has no chance at all. Gabby's in. As soon as he's in, the mana is out. Miracle just diving past tier 3 onto the support, running down to you. Forward again. It's a triple kill for Miracle. He says he's just slowly dismantling TNC and slowly doing his best to take them out of the tournament. 3KB popped. He's not going anywhere.
Still no fear. There we go. Obviously, I'll give him some respect. But
he knows. I mean, a 12k, 13k lead. There is no answer at all as it seems. This anti-mage, they'll set up an arrow.
This one here connected. He has
and also has the blink. They won't even be able to touch that again, touching it.
They just have no damage for him at all anymore. He's got 3 in his world, it seems like, now on this anti-mage, which was the last pick. Quid seeming to play around like absolutely perfectly, keeping the game split push 40-minute AM with top by a long shot.
A tithe to the impurities.
And TNC, what are they able to get those close? We are closing in on a hex from Armel. The Bloodborne's going to be in the Gabby. Trying to get done for the team. They're looking for that single target lockdown, which may give them some sort of a shot of tackling Miracle.
They needed these quite a while ago, right? The Hex or the Abyssal Blade, some type of instant type of disable to look for Miracle to catch him when he was doing this. I mean, he's just at way too much critical mass here. This anti-mage.
And seemingly the perfect pick. And you could definitely see and understand what TNC went for. We heard it from here. They wanted to play this pace. And this is what's sort of the risk of running this sort of lineup here on the main stage. If you are unable to get the job done by a certain point, things just grind to a complete stop for your lineup.
And you really are starting to understand why they went for the Underlord as well, right? Just to constantly split push the side lanes out. That's what we've seen that hero used for quite a while. Defend towers and then just mark yourself out, just push out lanes constantly and just get just happen. That's been the name of the game for Liquid. Push lanes. I mean, Will is probably in the shove lanes, yes. Like it really is just the definition of this one entirely for Liquid, just keeping past the river after that early game.
Shadows keep us.
They've got a Hex up, the blink and the Hex on Armel. See if it can catch Liquid off guard. They're all together.
And that AM kill will be worth a hefty penny.
As long as they can bring him down. It's 28 armor and 70% magic resist. So can they actually have the damage? With Ghosts, with everything committed, if they can get the chain locked down, that could be one of the options. But besides without...
They've got to do it twice.
Yeah, without the Death Prophet Ghosts, it's pretty unlikely. Taking 0 damage from that Purifying Flames. And they're just gonna get the push going.
In the Rubik's.
Yeah. Goes pop the Hex. He gets Lotus Orb.
It does. He's going to sell.
Oh, GH been stealing Exorcism as well in the back line. He did.
Oh, he did.
Miracle gonna get stunned up a little bit, but he just keeping himself shown second and backs up. But that's what we see. Ghosts, they have the damage, but can they actually get the catch? Miracle, he's blinking away. GH has this Ghost ready to use. He also has the Refractor Shard on.
Oh, okay. Double exorcism.
If only they...
Indeed, but just having the durations. Gonna push with Miracle again. More than enough time to blink out. And away from the Marmel starting to fall up.
Just illusions.
He'll get himself a little bit of heal. Well, a lot of bit of heal. Lucas returning in. False promise being used by Ayus to try and get him out. Back to safety. He just running straight into this with a BKB pop up towards the base.
Stun it.
Forcing the 5 of them back towards them. Therefore, they'll turn and they'll look for The VR does fall. They're able to kill the Mesh. Anti-mage at the high ground on top of our metal. Sharp Force, he's up to the high ground and has that Ravage ready to fight with. Dead without fire. GH is dead as well. GH is in. Stop the Ravage. Out onto the 3 of them. They'll lift up the pull back, slam him back down. Gabby's out of it again. Miracle moving in. There'll be a buyback from Gabby. Miracle held back by the unit. We are just runs down Tim's. Tim's dead for nearly 2 minutes. Liquid cleaning up another set of racks. There is no hold and seemingly no chance for TNC to turn this one round right now. Gap overarm till Kemborn, out. Miracle finishes him off. Good icon anti-mage.
GG.
And there we have it. They'll count themselves out of this. GG for the score. TNC are out of the competition and Liquid with this game 2 victory. 2-0.
I mean, what a series from Liquid, bringing it back. Look, I mean, the group stage we saw from them, they had some tough